Well, hey! Here I am on the floor again. On the floor. Yes. Words of wisdom from the floor. I hope it's wisdom anyway. Anyway, I'm going to make this a quick one. Kelly's on again. Blimey, twice in one day. How are you doing? I'm going to make this a quick one. Now, I was talking to one of the guys, Rob, yesterday. Yusuf's on as well. Hello, mate. I was talking to one of the guys, Rob, yesterday. Now, Rob's an interesting character. He's 60 and he runs, I think he runs like 5 businesses or something like that. 5 or 6 businesses that he's been building up over the last 30 years while raising 5 kids as well. And one of them's a B&B, so, you know, he's in his house. So he's a busy man. He's a busy man, but he's quite chilled. He's quite like, you know, he never seems stressed. And we were talking yesterday because he turned up at BKS because of like all of this sort of stuff, and he was like, "Oh, it's all really interesting how you do stuff and all of that." And he wanted to get, you know, he had a bit of back pain and all that, and he wanted to sort that out at the age of 60, which is fantastic. And we were talking yesterday about how all of this works and how the results we're getting, everything, and it's because of the culture behind how we do it. Okay, how it's run. And he said one of the things that makes it stand out is because, and this is the secret to why everyone gets great results, right? And this is why the guys who come to BKS, this is why I don't run it as pay-as-you-go. It's why it's a monthly membership. And I'll go into that a bit in a minute. But it's why the results are great. It's why Rob turned up. It's why most of the other guys have turned up. And it's basically because everybody here does what they said they would do. And it's as simple as that. They just do what they said they would do. They turn up. Okay? Now, this is why I don't do it as pay-as-you-go. I had an inquiry yesterday from a guy from Chicago, actually, who's moving over to Bath. And he uses kettlebells, and he said he wanted to come along and all that. And he said, "Oh, do you do like session by session? How much is a session?" And I just said, "Look, we don't do sessions. I've tried that, and it was chaos." Now, there's lots of pay-as-you-go boot camps around, and that's absolutely fine. And if you can make that work, that's great. But there's people who I've spoke to in the past who told me, you know, it's the way you're doing it is wrong, and it won't, you know, it won't work, and it does work. I've proved that. But I say the way you're doing it is wrong. People can't afford 3 hours a week to come to your sessions and all that, which they can because they do. So that's wrong for a start. But it was also like, you know, if you do, at least if you do it pay as you go, it gives people the option. And it's like, yeah, but hang on, if you give someone the option to do something, you'll have done this yourself, I do it. You have the option right now. If you give someone the option to do something that they don't particularly maybe want to do, or they're not sure how to do it or how to go about it, they're gonna. If they've got nothing to lose, they're not gonna do it. And I can say that to you right now because you have got the option. You've got a pay-as-you-go option wherever you go. There'll be boot camps all over the shop. There's gyms. You've got yourself, right? If you go and buy a pair of trainers, you've got the option to go running now or not. And if you're looking to get fitter, stronger, and healthier, and you're not doing anything about it, you're not using that option. You've already got your pay-as-you-go option. You just go now. Yeah, exactly. Ant's right. It's great. Just do it. You just go now, right? You've got that pay-as-you-go option. And there's people who I've spoke to in the past. There was a few people who was quite funny because they go to like, you know, a couple of my mates and stuff like that might go to some pay-as-you-go stuff. And one of them was saying once, you know, and he was like, "Oh, this one I go to is brilliant. The person who runs it is absolutely fantastic and all that." And it was like, right, great. And then, you know, and I said, "Oh, so like, what are you getting out of it? Like, you know, when you went last Friday or whatever?" "Oh, I didn't go on Friday because I had a thing on." "Okay. Oh, and yeah, so when was the last time you went?" "Well, I haven't been for a couple of weeks because I've been busy because I had, you know, I was away with work and then I did this and I did that and and all of this sort of stuff, right?" And it was like, hang on, so you've got this pay-as-you-go option, but you've not been going. And so therefore it costs you nothing. And he was like, "Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I've been busy and all that." And it's like, right, so where do your priorities lie? Do you want to get fitter, stronger and healthier or not? It's as simple as that. So he's basically not been turning up. And the thing is, what will happen with that is when he does go back, if it's still there, like, great, fine, but how long do you go for until life takes over again? And then you're like, right, well, if I don't go, it doesn't cost me anything. Brilliant, right? What happens if you go back, though, and they're not there anymore? And you'd be like, oh, I really enjoyed that. And it's like, yeah, well, you've got to fucking support it. Because if you're not, and you really enjoy something, but you're not turning up and you're not spending money on it, you know, that's not a business. That's not going to be there forever. So if you really enjoy it, you've got to support it, right? And this is the thing that I find amazing with things like this, is people who say like, oh, this thing I go to was absolutely fantastic, but I haven't been for a couple of weeks, so therefore it hasn't cost me anything, all that sort of stuff. And it's like, yeah, well, this person who it is, who's going to be in a space, in a gym, or in a park, or in a leisure centre, or a church hall, or like a community centre, or whatever, they're not doing it for the fun of it. They're doing it to help you, and they're doing it to make a living. So if you're like, oh no, everyone else will go, because everyone else will be thinking the same as you, so everyone else will be like, oh, I don't have to go because it doesn't cost me any money when I don't. If nobody turns up, this person is not going to be there forever. Okay, so you've got to support these things. You've got to support these things. And that's why I charge a monthly membership. Because then the guys do turn up. Every Sunday we've got a private Facebook group where I've just put some mobility in there this morning because I was doing a mobility session. I've bought a manual off one of the guys who I know who's a member of this other thing, and he's produced this manual on a lift that I really like, and it's got loads of mobility in it, and loads of the guys who I know in different communities and all that sort of stuff have been doing this, and it's absolutely great. I did it this morning, and it you know, I'm quite mobile, but it made me feel tight. So I was like, right. So I immediately put it into the Facebook forum, the private members area for the guys who I've just been with in the park, to say, do this, and you'll get loads out of it. It takes 2 minutes at home. And in this forum, every Sunday, I post in, say, right, when are you coming this week? Tell me today. They have to tell me on a Sunday. So then they tell me on Sunday, here's the 3 sessions I'm coming to. And guess what? They turn up. They turn up. Because if they don't get their money back. Because why, you know, I'm there to provide a service, so therefore they do turn up. It's as simple as that. So they're doing what they said they would do. So they say what they're going to do every Sunday, and then they turn up. And I'm there. I turn up. I show up every single day. I'm here now. And that's the difference. That's the difference between people who succeed and people who don't. I don't know what the percentage is, but I bet you the percentage of people who actually show up and do what they said they would do and become successful and get the results that they want and have the jobs that they want and the businesses that they want and the family life that they want and all of that sort of stuff and the fitness levels that they want and the body they want and the, you know, the ability to do kind of things that they enjoy. I bet those are people who show up who say, right, I'm going to do this, and then go and do it. The people who say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then go, oh, but hang on, here's all the excuses of why I didn't show up and I didn't do it. Those will be the people who are unhappy with their body, unhappy with their fitness. They want to get fitter and stronger, but they say they don't know how to do it. All of that. That is the vast majority of people. Like I say, I don't know what the percentages are, but I would say that's like 95% of people. In the 5%, I don't know this because, as we know, 27.36% of statistics are made up on the spot. So I have just made that up on the spot. But it would be interesting to know what sort of the successful people. That's why there's not that many, you know, there's not that many successful people around. Because the people who actually do show up and do what they say they're going to do are very few and far between. So that's why we get outstanding results. That's why Rob turned up. And like I said, he runs 5 or 6 businesses and raised 5 or 6 kids, and he's not stressed. That's why the other guys turn up, because they see it. They see the results, they see what's happening, and they want a piece of it. Like, I get loads of inquiries. How do I join? How do I find out? People are not asking, what do you do? How do I join? How do I join? Well, you start by downloading the program. If you download the program, that's in the link down there. You'll get on my email list. Oh, I've had a Xenia. Oh, I've had a friend request from Xenia. She looks very friendly. That'll be one of those funny ones. Yeah, very friendly lady she looks. Download my program. you'll get onto my email list. You can fill in an application form there. There is a 2-week trial starting on the 14th of August, I think it is, because I'm away on holiday, but then when I get back, we're banging this. And the thing is, there's only limited space available now. We're going to be full. If not by the end of the summer holidays, we'll be full by Christmas. And then there'll be a waiting list. And that's when the price goes up. The price is going to go up in January. So if you don't get in now, you're going to have to pay more for a start. And you're probably going to have to join my waiting list. So therefore, you'll have to go onto my online program, which will be the holding area. So you can do the online program. So if there does become a spot available and you're number one on the list, you're already ready. You'll turn up, you'll know what's going on, and you'll get even better results. Because I've had that. I've had people do my online program, which does work. There's a guy doing it right now. He posted this week. He's 2.5 weeks in. He's already lost 3 kilos and he feels great. He was well chuffed with himself. So he's on that now. I've had guys do it in the past, and then when they do show up into the part, they do my online program first to get a feel of it, then they do the 2-week trial, and then they join. And then they're saying like, oh, I wish I'd done this ages ago. The online program is great, but this is even better, obviously. So, download the program. That'll put you on my email list, and then I'll be in your little ear hole every single day saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to do what you said you would do? If you don't want me to do that, don't join. It's as simple as that. Because people do get pissed off with it as well. Stop sending me these emails. It's like, well, there's an unsubscribe button at the bottom, and you give me your email address to allow me to do that. So, not my problem. Anyway, do what you said you would do in whatever, and see what happens. And I bet you get the result. Right, time for a shower.